Today being Friday, you know what it is. I'm going to be presenting you with all the films that are releasing worldwide this weekend. And also, we'll be talking about the films that are already in the cinemas that are showing currently and whether they are making some grounds box office wise or not. Also, yesterday was the last day for CinemaCon, and more movies and teasers have been released. So we'll be talking about some of the films that will be making the headlines for the rest of the year and some into the new year. And yesterday was the presentation made by Disney and some other companies as well. So this is what we'll be talking about as we are heading into the weekend to know what the weekend holds for us in terms of entertainment in the area or aspect of films. So I am Papa O2 and welcome to the Film Mandate. Stay tuned and we'll be delving into the details of what I just shared. Welcome back and thanks once again for being with me for the 10th episode of the Film Mandate. I'm so grateful that you've been on this journey with me. I'd like you to do something for me by subscribing to this channel and let's grow the numbers, let's grow the engagement. So I would like you to subscribe and share this link for us to grow the community of those who love to talk about films, who watch films and want to know about films from any industry worldwide. And that is what I bring to you. I am Papa O2 once again, and let's dive right in to the what CinemaCon has for us. Yesterday ended up being the last day for CinemaCon, and some interesting presentations were made. And as usual, I'm bringing to you my findings since I was not there in person, but my findings from the deadline. And this was published by Robert Lang, and they've updated the information on the page. So I'd like to go through with you what we have, what we've seen, the actors who were present there to present the films they starred in, together with some of the executives and producers on the films and company. So here we have CinemaCon 2025, first looks and big reveals in photos. A lot of photos for this particular publication. So yeah, on the screen here you have from I think from your side, left to right, we have Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jeremy Allen White, exceptional actor. If you know, if you've been watching the movie, the series, The Bear, yeah, Allen White stars in it, and Zoe Saldana. I mean, need we introduce her from Avatar to the Guardians of the Galaxy? She's been in some of the biggest tent poles in the country. We have Jared Leto and we have Jeff Bridges at the Walt Disney Studios presentation during CinemaCon. So let's just read some brief article and then we can delve into more pictures. So CinemaCon is currently underway with, well, just finished with presentations from Sony Pictures, Warner Brothers, Lionsgate, Paramount, Universal, Focus, Disney, Angel, and Neon, highlighting their upcoming film releases. Walt Disney Studios closed the day with a series of exciting announcements and sneak peeks. Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis appeared to promote Freakier Friday, while new footage was presented from Tron Ares, starring Jared Leto and Jeff Bridges. Elle Fanning teased Predator Badlands, the latest installment in the Predator franchise. Jeremy Allen White and Bruce Springsteen took the stage to discuss Deliver Me from Nowhere, the Springsteen biopic. Marvel's Thunderbolts took center stage as Julia Louise Dreyfus, Florence Pugh, whereas Russell David Harbour and Hannah John Kamen presented an exclusive look, followed by a new glimpse of the Fantastic Four for First Steps. Zoe Saldana then unveiled Pixar's Elio, and the new trailer for Zootopia 2. Saldana concluded the presentation with a first look at Avatar Fire and Ash, accompanied by an on-screen message from James Cameron. Day 4 began with Paramount Pictures showcasing Edgar Wright's highly anticipated The Running Man starring Glenn Powell, Coleman Domingo, and Josh Brolin, slated for a November release. Mark Hamill, lending his voice to the Flying Dutchman in the SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants, presented the film's initial footage, followed by the trailer for The Naked Gun. Starring Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson, Tom Cruise took to the stage for Mission Impossible The Final Reckoning, praising director Christopher McQuarrie and honoring the late Val Kilmer. May so rest in peace. Yesterday, Angel Studios opened day 3, leading into the world premiere of How to Train Your Dragon, Gerard Butler. Yeah, so I'll skip this part since we spoke a little about it yesterday. So let me just go straight to, we have a little information here. Yeah. So attendees were then treated to an exclusive look at the latest Jurassic World Rebirth trailer presented by director Gareth Edwards alongside stars Mahershala Ali and Scarlett Johansson. Avafina and Craig Robinson discard Bad Guys 2, which I think is a trailer. It's an animation, and Jason Blum shared thrilling trailers for Black Phone 2 and Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Universal Pictures concluded the day with the first glimpse of Jen M. Chu's Wicked for Good, featuring Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. That is going to be big. So Amazon MGM Studios unveiled its 2026 slate featuring 14 upcoming releases as announced by Mike Hopkins. Highlights included early looks at Phil Lord and Christopher Miller's Project Hail Mary, starring Ryan Gosling, Michael B. Jordan's The Thomas Crown Affair, and behind-the-scenes footage from Verity, based on Colleen Hoover's novel. Andrew Garfield, Ayo Edebiri, and director Luca Guadagnino presented after the hunt. The studio also showcased Chris Pratt in Mercy, Hugh Jackman in Three Banks Full, a ship detective movie, Chris Hemsworth and Halle Berry in Crime 101, a Masters of the Universe sneak peek, and an extended trailer for The Accountant 2. On Tuesday, yeah, let me skip this one since we also did that. So, following are images of some of the highlights of the CinemaCon 2025 events. So, here you have Avatar Fire and Ash with the inscription under it, only in cinemas December 19. It's going to be a spectacle, a big event come December. And yeah, so on your screen, you have the co-chair of Disney Entertainment, Alan Bergman, speaks on stage to promote the upcoming film Avatar Fire and Ash. Avatar Fire and Ash is going to really be big. The second one was huge. It didn't surpass the figure, let's say 2.9 billion made by the first Avatar film. But Avatar, The Way of Water was equally good. Even some may say far better than the first film. And yeah, it was a good movie. As to whether this would cross the $2 billion mark, we are not so sure. But there's a saying, never bet against James Cameron because he always tops his films. So it's very possible he can do this with that. And rumors have it that some of the visuals from this presentations are wicked. They are really good, really, really good. So you never know. And here we have Zoe Saldana making, I think, presenting 3 films at CinemaCon. Here, Zoe Saldana speaks on stage to promote the upcoming film Elio, which is an animation, and also the Walt Disney presentation. Yeah. So she presented a Leo and I think a second uh, animation, just as I've already stated. Yeah. Down here we have the Thunderbolts from Marvel. The Thunderbolts from Marvel. I mean, it's a movie. it compared to other Marvel outings, this may not be some of the highly anticipated movies, but it is equally, I mean, we are expecting something good from it since in the last offerings of some of the Marvel films have not really panned out well with both critics and audience alike. So, but the Thunderbolts, so far from the trailers that have been aired already on the internet, it looks really good, and we are anticipating something really good from the movie itself, because sometimes a trailer may not necessarily represent how good a movie will be. But so far, it's been good, and the characters have been good as well. Comparing the fact that in their presentations in the films and TV series they've been in, it's been good enough. So hopefully, we are hoping that this would be good as well. So on stage, you have Hannah John Carmen, where it's Russell Florence Pugh and Julia Louis Dreyfus, who came to do the presentation for the Thunderbolts. And I think down further you have David Harbour, who played Red Guardian in Widow, yeah, in the Black Widow movie, also here with them. I think he's on the far left. Excellent actor, yeah. And here you have Jeremy Allen White, who came to do a presentation of Springsteen biopic, the Springsteen biopic. For those who know Jeremy Allen White, he started in the series Shameless, and now on screens are, I mean, is the series The Bear, which is an excellent movie. It delves into the life of a chef, someone who is determined to establish an institution or a restaurant. But this is a family restaurant they were trying to bring up together when his older brother in the bear passed away. So he was trying to take it over together with his other family members to make it work. So Jeremy Allen White is a very fantastic actor who also showed up in the movie The Iron Claw. So yeah, hopefully it's going to be really good. It's going to be really good. So yeah, Deliver Me from Nowhere, the Springsteen biopic, yeah, for Walt Disney. Also here we have Elle Fanning, sister of Dakota Fanning, together with Andrew Krebs, head of theatrical distribution, Disney Entertainment. Yeah. So here they are presenting Predator Badlands. Predator Badlands. I don't know whether this would also be on Hulu. Yeah, this will be on Hulu. I'm not so certain, but there's been a renewal of the franchise, a remaking of the franchise, both from Prey to now Predator Badlands. So it's Prey was really good. For those who watch Prey, it was really good. So hopefully this would follow suit in that same vein, and then that franchise as a whole can be revived. I don't know whether I think yeah, Alien Romulus came quite recently, so I don't know whether it's been released or not. I'm not certain, but yeah, Alien Romulus. I'm not sure. I've watched it. Yeah, but it's in the same world. It's in the same world, so hopefully they're trying to build it up, and maybe down the line there may be another Alien versus Predator again. Yeah, so that is it. And here again you have Jeremy Allen White together with Jeremy Strong, and they are here to present the Springsteen biopic as well. And on the screen you have the full 2025 slate of Disney, displaying the various title logos of the films that they are going to show across their various companies. And on screen are 13 movies. 13 movies. Let me run through them quickly. You have Thunderbolts, you have Fantastic Four First Steps, you have Zootopia 2, Avatar Fire and Ash, The Amateur, Lilo and Stitch, Elio, Freakier Friday, Tron Ares, Predator Badlands, Ella McKay, The Roses, and then Deliver Me from Nowhere, which is the Springsteen biopics. And there in your short presenting, it is Alan Bergman. Alan Bergman, yeah. So there in your short, you have Alan White and Jeremy Strong. And here you have, let me get the name again right. Yeah, Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis presenting Freakier Friday. I mean, Jamie Lee Curtis is Hollywood royalty, very talented actress, very, very talented. I like her role in Everywhere. I've forgotten the title, but Everywhere from Nowhere or something. And her acting was really good. Her acting was really good. So, yeah. And here you have the actors Jared Leto and I keep forgetting his name, Jeff Bridges, presenting Tron Ares, which I believe is the third in the installment of the Tron franchise. Yeah, so that's where you have it. Also on the screen, you have posters of some of the movies being released, or I think already released by Disney. Yeah, already released. Yeah, that's the case. Yeah. And this have been already released, being presented by Andrew Cripps, and some of them are really good. I think almost all of them are good. Yeah, with the exception of Mufasa 2 was good, but not to a very high regard compared to the first Lion King. But on your screen, you have Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, you have Alien Romulus, you have A Real Pain, which was written, I think it won award for the best script. I'm not so certain, but Kieran Culkin won the award for the best supporting actor. Yes, but the film was nominated for the best original screenplay, but it didn't win by the actor. I keep forgetting his name, but yeah, it was nominated in the Oscars. There's the past Oscars. A Complete Unknown was also nominated. The actor was nominated for best actor. That is I keep forgetting the name. Forgive me. But you also have Inside Out 2, one of the best animations of the year 2024. Amazing animation. Need we say more about Deadpool and Wolverine 2? Hey, it was a phenomenal movie which thrived on the story was interesting but brought in a lot of nostalgia moments as we saw characters from other movies from the Fox universe and from the X-Men Fox universe, and it was amazing. Moana 2 surprisingly crossed a billion. Yeah, yeah. And Moana 1 was, I think, the superior movie compared to Moana 2, but Moana 2 did also well. And Mufasa was thought to not to have made big in the box office charts, but amazingly, it had long legs, even though it opened comparatively weaker to what it was expected to do, but it had long legs and inched very close to $1 billion. But I guess it's not really a measure for how quality a movie is, but it helps with the business of filmmaking. If you make enough profit on your budget, there's the possibility of a sequel to follow afterwards. So yes, it did good at the box office, and yeah, going down further, we have this duo who both starred in the Top Gun Maverick, and that is Glenn Powell and Tom Cruise, and they are there both to present different films. However, in 2024, there was a rumor that Tom Cruise was hoping to have Glenn Powell take over from him from the for the Mission Impossible franchise, but it has been debunked that that is not the case. But they are there to present films, different films for themselves. I think Tom Cruise is there to present the film Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, and Glenn Powell skipped me, but he's also there to present another film as well. Yeah, and then your short you have Mark Hamill and Tom Cruise, phenomenal actor in Mark Hamill. Yeah, So yeah, there's a lot more images that were shown there. Just as I said, Tom Cruise presenting the Mission Impossible film, and yeah, and he is one of the last. Well, there will still be some coming up, but in terms of a true movie star, he is one of the last breed of movie stars that we have in Hollywood today. And there in your short, you also have Mark Hamill again, together with the director of the SpongeBob SquarePants, that is Tom Kenny. Yeah. So a lot more happened that day. I think that will be it. Yes. And so this Glenn Powell and Edgar Wright presenting the film Running Man. I don't know why it escaped me, but Running Man. So Running Man is an adaptation from a Stephen King book of a dystopian society. But for those who watched the 80s version, the first film adapted from the book by Arnold Schwarzenegger, this is a remake of that one. Definitely also an adaptation from the book. So Edgar Wright have churned out some quality films, and all the movies are really good. Some better than the others, but for those who know Edgar Wright's filmography, you know you can bet on the fact that this movie is going to be good. So yeah, and yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah. So there's a lot more that was released, and this is an imagery for the Tron Ares. For those who have watched the Tron movies, a lot of these neon lighting is a main staple, a main feature in the film. So yeah, there's a promotional bit of it. And then you have in our short Chris Aronson at the Paramount Pictures presentation to present some films of some feature films of Paramount. So let's quickly go through them. Let me skip all this and let's go through a number of them. I think I'm missing it. Yeah, but it looks like I've missed a number of them. But yeah, so they are in the pictures. Let me quickly go through them. So we have down here one of the executive at Paramount. His name is John Bang. I hope I got it right. And also, this was a discussion panel about the trade show. I think they were talking about the screen to from screen to scene driving ticket sales. So this was a discussions they were having how to drive ticket sales and boosting profits with collectibles and concessions and merchandise. So on the table in the screen, you have some items there. I think there has a picture that highlighted more of it. Yeah, so that's on your screen from I think a drinking bottle to a popcorn bucket and some Funko Pops and some collectibles. Collectibles. So yeah, and I think the popcorn bucket is that of Red Guardian, the mask of Red Guardian covering the bucket itself. Yeah, so it's quite a very detailed Linda, I say event convention to highlight on some of the films that were presented there. In your short here, you have Andrew Garfield and Ayo Edebiri. For those who have watched The Bear, you would know Ayo Edebiri, who featured mainly in it. She also stars as more a guest star in the series about Elementary. About Elementary. So yeah, and yeah, so for them, they came to present After the Hands, which is a production of Paramount. So they presented it. And then you have Luca Guadagnino, who is the director of the movie. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. Pardon me. And then here you have Halle Berry and Chris Hemsworth. And let me get it right. But Layton presenting the film Crime 101 for Amazon. Yeah, this is for Amazon. So they were there to present this film as well. And Halle Berry is a phenomenal actress, an Oscar winning actress. And Chris Hemsworth, for those who know him, hey, Thor. So yeah, it's hopefully it's going to be a good movie. And we have The Accountant 2, The Accountant 2, starring Ben Affleck with John Benthal, our Punisher in the Daredevil series, and also Robinson Arthur, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Adai Robinson, sorry, Cynthia Adai Robinson. And you have the executives Gavin O'Connor, and who's the director, and Daniel Pineda there to present Accountant 2. The Accountant 1 was really good. Definitely, I think this will be good as well. Yeah. And there in your short, you had a number of those who came to do the presentation from actors, directors, all together with Vivica A. Fox to take a selfie from her own phone. So there you have it in the short, all there to join in and have some fun. And that's an exciting moment, I guess, for all of them. Yeah. Yeah, in your shorts here, you have Cynthia Arrivo and why do I keep forgetting her name? Yeah, so you have Cynthia Arrivo and Ariana Grande who were there to present the film Wicked 2. And the title for the film is Wicked for Good. Wicked for Good. For those who have watched the one was really huge, making some big box office numbers. And they are here to present the two for the studio, Universal. Also, let me see if there are some more that I can show. Yeah, so in your short, you have Marlon Wayans and um, Tyreek Withers, who were there to present for the film, I think, The Hunt. Sorry, I'm not so sure. I think I've missed it. But yeah, they are there to present a film as well, which is said to be the first football thriller of a sort. I don't know how it's going to be, but yeah, they are there to present that film as well. And in your short, you have our Blade, whose film we are still hoping will take off. But Blade Mahashala, I'm butchering the name, pardon me. But Mahashala Ali and Scarlett Johansson. Mahashala Ali and Scarlett Johansson. The first teaser trailer has already been released, and it's quite a fascinating film. I mean, it looks to be a quite fascinating film, which we are looking forward to. And hey, our Black Widow definitely is going to pull off some action, as she has always been doing in a number of her movies. And she is a very good dramatic actress as well. I think if you watch the film directed by, I keep forgetting the names this time around, but the one about Hitler, for the director who directed uh, Love and Thunder and then Thor, I've forgotten the name, but the third installment in the Thor franchise, he directed a movie starring Scarlett Johansson, and she pulled off some great acting. I think that won her the Oscar award for Best Supporting Actress. Phenomenal actress. And need I say more about Mahershala Ali, two-time Oscar winner. So this movie is going to be good. Hopefully, it's going to be good. And there you have in your short Craig Robinson and Aquafina. I don't know which film this is, but for them holding a shark, well, it has to do something with water, I'm sure, and sharks. So yeah, and Craig Robinson is really, really a good comedian and very funny. He can really pull off some funny acting. Yeah, so that that's what we have in a short. You also have Freddy, Five Nights at Freddy in your short, being presented by the man himself, Jason Blum of Blumhouse, presenting his own movie. So this Five Nights at Freddy 2, and then I think he was there to also present for another for his slate of films. Yeah, so that is it. That is Violet McGraw in your short. Yeah. So let me just wrap this up for now. There are lots more movies and teasers that have been released. I will leave the link in the comment in the description below so that if you want to go and find out more about some of the releases, you can do so. So yeah, this sums up my first story. Let's delve into the second story, and for it being a weekend, as usual, the idea is to show you some of the films that are releasing these weekend. So let's first begin from the foreign territory. From the foreign territory, let's begin with the films releasing worldwide. And I'm picking this from the Variety website, where we have new movies out now in theaters, what to see this week. And in your short is Jason Momoa. I'll just move straight to the list of films that are showing this week so that we don't waste much time. So you have in your short Screenboats, which is releasing which released on Wednesday, April 2nd, Screenboats, and it's yeah, so it's a Screenboat. And then you also have Friday, April 4th, you have a Minecraft movie which which is releasing today by Warner Brothers, a wide release actually. You also have Hell of a Summer by Neon Pictures, which are also going to receive a wide release. Also, you have The Friend, which is by Bleecker Street Media, also receiving a wide release. It looks like most of the films there are having the wide release treatment as well. Sorry for the video playing on screen. Yeah. And also you have The Luckiest Man in America by IFC Films, also a wide release. And Nice Indian Boy by Blue Harbor Entertainment. Freaky Tales, Lionsgate. So Lionsgate has a limited release. And then you have Saint Catherine, Vertical Entertainment, who's also receiving a limited release. A limited release. So these are the films to expect. Hopefully, I'm sure in Ghana as well, and in parts of Africa as well. Since most of them are wide releases, I'm not certain about the limited ones, but for the wide releases, it's not just within the North American and European section, but also worldwide, meaning Africa is also included. So for those who have taste for foreign films from the international scene, definitely these are some movies you can look out for to watch. And now I would like us to take the opportunity to also see what is happening on the African front as well. So let's pay a visit to the Silverbird site and see what they have for us this weekend. So on your screen, you have the Silverbird site where it looks like the same, just as we read on the Variety website. Here you have a Minecraft movie which is releasing this very day as well. So yes, it's synced to that of the worldwide release. And as usual, just as I read last week, this week we have The Chosen Last Supper opening in the cinemas as well. You have Sikandar, which opened on the March 30th, which is an Indian film, which is still in the cinemas screening on Sundays 4 p.m. I don't know whether it's still in cinemas, but it looks like since it's among the list of films, I believe it's still screening. We had, we had The Working Man releasing just a couple of days ago, which is still in cinemas, starring Jason Statham, and it's actually topped the box office, stealing the spot from the movie. Uh, I've forgotten the movie that I stole the spot from. I'm sort of blacking out from some of the information I'm about to give. Pardon me for that. You also have a film from Nigeria. Yes, All Hail the King. That is the Masked King, which also released a couple of days ago. Unfortunately, I didn't see much promotion about this even online, but it's still releasing in the cinemas. So yeah. You can go and check that out. And also, Last Stop is still in cinemas, and it's received some critical rave reviews and a reception by viewers, by audience. So yeah, you can go and check that one out as well. Novocaine is still in the cinema together with Snow White and then Black Bag. Mickey 17 is still in the cinema, so you can go and check it out as well. Captain America, same, and Tales of Shade. Tales of Shade. So these are just but a few films that are still in the cinemas with new ones opening particularly this day, 4th April. So you can go and check them out and then, be entertained this weekend as you watch them. So this is what I have for you as we are going into the weekend. It's more on a lighter note to really just a recap of films that were outdoor or what were introduced to the cinema owners at CinemaCon 2025, and also the movies that are releasing and those that are already screening in the cinemas. So this is what I have for you for this very Friday, and this is the last episode for this week. I will not be bringing this mainstream episodes for you this this weekend. However, we'll resume on Monday with a different episode with more information, a lot more information that could have brought to you, but time wouldn't permit. And so that is what I have for you today. However, I would like you to check out some trailer reactions with regards to some of the sneak peeks and trailers that were released in the CinemaCon. I'll be reacting to some of them. So I would like you to look out for them as well. And let's drop your comments and drop your thoughts, and let's engage. Let's have some conversation concerning these episodes that I've been releasing. So the more you share your thoughts on some of the things I've presented to you, I'm going to read some of them, and then let's engage more on movies and news about the movies that have been coming up lately. So thank you for joining me. I'm Papa O2, and this has been Film Mandate.